is Nekbe Obasoge. I'm broadcasting from Toronto, Canada. I'm here today to share a success story of an African man who made history in the political arena here in Ontario. In 1990, Faisal Hassan migrated from Somalia to Canada. As an immigrant man in the country, he overcame all barriers and became the first black person to be elected as a member of Provincial Parliament under the York South-Western region here in Ontario. Few days ago, I sat down with him in his office here in Toronto to interview him about his political commitment and community service in Canada. Just listen to this. Today I'm sitting here with MPP Faisal Hassan. So I will allow him to introduce himself more better to us.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming to my office, and thank you for coming to York South-Western. I am the member of Provincial Parliament for the Great Riding of York South-Western. I'm also a member for the Ontario's first Black Caucus as well. So, yeah.
According to my research about you, you came to Canada in 1990. You must be very young at that time.
Yes, that is right. And it was my story in Canada has been a happy story. You know, I came here and not in Ontario, but in Manitoba. And there I started, you know, my settlement and my as an immigrant, and I have been active in the community early on, and have been involved and moved here about 20 years ago in here in Weston, York South-Western, and I've also been active in our community in different capacity. And also, yeah, my story has been a story of a happy story, and you know, Canada is the best country in the world.
How old were you when you came to Canada?
Well, I was young, I'll say, young, and you know, I started my schooling and went to the University of Winnipeg, where I, you know, majored, you know, management and administrative studies, and also criminology, about justice and law enforcement, and involved in the community as well in different capacity. And then also because there was the challenges getting jobs and employment, so I have tried to look for better opportunities in Ontario, and I moved here about 20 years ago. And from there, I think I've done different things. I've worked as a social worker, preventing homelessness and people at risk of homelessness. I've also worked as a researcher. I've worked as a radio journalist. I've worked also, working as a political staffer, and here in this riding, provincial elected members of parliament, and also a federal member of parliament, provincially and federally. So I've worked here in that, and involved in this community in many elections that has happened since I've been living here. So now I'm also elected the first black member of the Ontario legislature from York South-Western. Was elected the general election of last year, June 7th. And now it's approaching almost a year now. Next month it will be. Yes, and that was the general election that I was stood up as a candidate, and as the NDP party, and also I'm proud to be a member of the NDP caucus, headed by our leader Andrea Horvath, the official opposition, and also very proud to be a member of the Ontario's first Black caucus. And this was created because the community's consultation about last year, when my leader have listened to the community's concerns and issues, have decided to create Ontario's first historic Black caucus. And this was the first time ever in the history of the province of Ontario, and in Canada, in that sense, a party could form enough members to actually form a caucus.
What is caucus?
It means that members of the NDP members at the legislature who happens or have heritage of black culture and background come together to discuss issues affecting the black community here in Ontario, from finance to education to any issues that the community is concerned about. They avoid voices to make sure that we bring real change and also work with the community and listen to the community about those issues and fight on their behalf.
What is your duty? What type of services are you providing to the people?
Yes, as you know, in our country we have levels of jurisdictions. We have a federal government elected for federal jurisdictions. They have a federal jurisdictions coast to coast to coast. I am first and foremost an elected representative representing the people of York South Weston at the Ontario Legislature. And Ontario Legislature has responsibility, Ontario jurisdiction, which means we ran for programs that the Ontario government runs it, which is the issue of education, healthcare, MTO, and also FRO programs, that transportation, any issues that comes under the jurisdiction of the provincial government. So that is then the will be a limited of the Ontario jurisdiction, and I know that the community comes to us with other issues that are not provincial jurisdiction. We can also help, we can simply welcome them. We can direct them which level of jurisdictions is, and we can basically guide them, liaison them, and work with them as well on those issues. But we might not be able to be an effective part of that, but we will be effective on the provincial issues. Yes.
Okay. Immigration is under the federal,
yes.
So you can't intervene in any of such issue, right?
Right. We have a elected member of parliament who would be his responsibility to help issues pertaining to federal jurisdiction. Yeah, mine will be fighting for the community and advocating and representing Ontario jurisdiction. Yes, and then you have a city councillor who will be working on the community on the city issues. Yeah, so we have that kind of a level of jurisdictions. Mine comes under the provincial legislature or parliament, yeah.
So you said you are a member of a NDP?
Correct. I am a proud member of the Ontario's New Democrat, and my leader is Andrea Horvath. We are the official opposition here in Ontario legislature. And I'm the representative and the MPP, member of provincial parliament for the Great Riding of York South Weston.
Andrea, she's amazing. I've watched her speech once before. Amazing woman. So what motivated you to join NDP?
Yes, actually, that has been part of it. I think Andrea sealed the deal for me. As you see, she cares. She has passion. She's really a strong leader, and that's what we need, a leader like Andrea Horvath leading our province. And that's what really to motivated me, and I'm very proud to be part of that team and that caucus that Andrea Horvath is leading us. Is that every community deserves a representation at the table, and I think that is a right direction where we have diverse representative of the community of our province. The caucus, if you look at our caucus, is reflection of the people of Ontario. We have also gender parity, 50% female members of our caucus.
Really?
Yes, we do.
Under the NDP?
NDP, indeed, yes. And Andrea is also our leader, a strong woman leader, and that's also another difference we have with the current government, that we have a diverse representation of the cross spectrum of people of diverse communities of this province, and that's what we want to make sure that every community in Ontario deserves a representation at the table, and that's the leadership that my leader and our caucus is focusing and also offering for the people of Ontario.
As a politician in Canada, what is your goal? What are you looking forward to achieve in future?
Well, I see my goal as first and foremost a servant of the community and fighting the issues that the community is concerned. Since I've been elected, I've been fighting the issues that our community is affecting. As you know, we have been fighting issues of jobs here in this community, a housing issue, which is an epidemic crisis, auto insurance also is another issue I've been fighting, because this community have been targeted because of our postal code, and we want to make sure that auto insurance is cheaper, it's affordable, and that's also another issue I've been fighting on. Another issues now we are fighting is also the cuts and services to the in our community and across the province. So there are many things I've been working with on behalf of the community, and the communities can also share their concerns and their input. If there's any issues that are affecting you, please come to our office and let us know so that we be an effective representative for you.
The story of Mr. Hassan shows that Canada is indeed a land of opportunities. I'm going to leave you guys with one of my favorite quotes that says, "Dreams do not come true just because you dream them. It is hard work that makes things happen." I hope today's program will be a source of inspiration in your life. I wish everybody the best. And I hope to see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. Bye for now.